Attention passionate Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news now, buckle up, because the NFL landscape might be on the verge of a seismic shift, and the Dallas Cowboys are right at the heart of it. Rumors are swirling around the league, and it looks like Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office are exploring a blockbuster move that could redefine their defensive front and bolster their Super Bowl ambitions. The buzz. The Cowboys are reportedly in negotiations to acquire Aiden Hutchinson from the Detroit Lions, and this isn't just a typical trade rumor. Sources close to the league suggest that Dallas is willing to trade a first-round pick, plus some additional assets, to bring the young and explosive edge rusher into their fold. And let me tell you, if this deal goes through, it could be a game-changer for Dallas, especially as they push hard for that elusive 7th Lombardi trophy. Now, why Hutchinson? Well, the 25-year-old linebacker is not just any pass rusher. He's been a force to reckon with this season, with stats that jump off the page. Currently, he's amassed 14 sacks, putting him among the top 2 in the league in that category, according to NFL.com. He's also recorded 22 QB hits, 6 forced fumbles, and boasts a PFF grade of 91.3, which is well above his career average of 88.5. His burst off the line is electric, creating a pressure rate of 0.44 per snap, an elite figure per Pro Football Reference. Hutchinson's ability to generate pressure consistently makes him one of the most disruptive defenders in the league right now, and pairing him with Micah Parsons on the other side would give Dallas one of the most formidable pass-rushing duos in recent NFL history. In terms of his overall impact, Hutchinson has been a nightmare for opposing offenses. With 42 sacks in just 75 games, he's proven to be a reliable and dynamic defender. His 280 tackles, including 12 for loss, show he's not just a pass rusher, but also someone who can set the edge and stop the run when needed. Speaking of run defense, Hutchinson allows only about 20 yards after contact per run, an incredible number that's suffocating for running backs like Saquon Barkley. His injury history includes a shoulder issue in Week 8, which caused him to miss 2 games, but overall, he's been healthy and productive, with a combined EPA pressure of plus 30.5 in 2020-25. That's a clear sign he's making a huge impact. On the other hand, the Detroit Lions, sitting at 8.5, are facing some difficult cap decisions. They're about $12 million over the cap, and Hutchinson, with a cap hit of around $15 million if traded, is seen as a luxury that might not fit their retooling plans. Detroit is prioritizing freeing up cap space, about $16 million, to extend Amon-Ra St. Brown and bolster their offensive line to protect Jared Goff, whose QBR sits at an impressive 93.7. The Lions are skeptical about their playoff chances, especially given their defense's struggles, allowing about 26 points per game. It's a tough call for Detroit, but the potential return from Dallas, possibly a first-rounder plus additional picks, might be too tempting to pass up, especially if they're eyeing a rebuild and trying to manage their cap space. From Dallas's perspective, this move could be a massive upgrade. With about $25 million in cap space available, they can easily absorb Hutchinson's contract without much trouble. Adding him next to Parsons would give the Cowboys a front 7 that's already formidable, but with Hutchinson, they'd be looking at a projected total of around 60 sacks, up from their current 43, potentially increasing their defensive EPA by over 20%. Advanced models suggest that this addition could boost their overall defensive efficiency significantly, making them a nightmare for any quarterback. Hutchinson's impact on the run game would also elevate Dallas's run defense, which currently allows about 4.2 yards per carry. With him, that number could drop to around 3-4 yards, helping to control the clock and limit the big plays that have hurt Dallas at times this season. But it's not just about individual statistics. Hutchinson's presence would elevate the entire defense, giving DeMarcus Lawrence, who's been playing at a high level with a PFF grade of 87. 4. Even more support. The Cowboys' pass rush would resemble some of the dominant defenses from the 2000s, like the Ravens, with an intimidating sack total and pressure rate that makes their opponents' lives a nightmare. This kind of upgrade could be the difference between a good playoff run and a deep postseason push, especially as Dallas looks to solidify its defense against high-powered offenses like the Eagles, 49ers, or even the Chiefs. Now, let's talk about the playoff implications. If this trade happens, and reports indicate that it's very close, the odds for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl would jump significantly. From plus 1,200 to around plus 600, according to DraftKings' odds in December 2025. That's a substantial shift, reflecting the confidence that a player like Hutchinson would bring. Not only does he boost the pass rush, but he also adds a level of versatility that makes Dallas's defense more unpredictable and harder to game plan against. It's a move that screams all in, showing Jerry Jones's willingness to make bold decisions to chase that 7th ring. Furthermore, Hutchinson's addition could serve as an X-factor in the playoffs, especially against mobile quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts or even Dak Prescott himself in certain matchups. His ability to pressure quickly and disrupt timing routes would be invaluable in high-stakes moments. Plus, with the Cowboys already boasting a strong secondary led by Trevon Diggs, who's expected to return from IR soon, the defense as a whole could become virtually unstoppable. The synergy between the pass rush and the secondary is what championship defenses are built on, and Hutchinson's arrival would certainly elevate that dynamic. The overall impact on the team's morale and confidence cannot be overstated. Dallas's defense has been solid all year, but they've lacked that game-changing edge rusher who can consistently turn the tide of a game. Micah Parsons has been phenomenal, but pairing him with Hutchinson creates a nightmare scenario for offenses. The duo would be able to generate pressure from either side, forcing quarterbacks into hurried throws, turnovers, and mistakes. It's a recipe that reminds many of the great defenses in NFL history, defenses that dominate the line of scrimmage and control the tempo of the game. Looking at the bigger picture, this potential move signifies Dallas's aggressive stance towards not just making the playoffs, but making a real statement in the postseason. The Cowboys have always been about a mix of talent, grit, and strategic moves, and if they pull this off, it could be remembered as one of their most impactful trades in recent memory. The narrative writes itself. A young, elite pass rusher like Hutchinson joins a team already stacked with talent, and suddenly the Cowboys are the team to beat in the NFC. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet, and there are hurdles to clear: cap considerations, Detroit's demands, and the logistics of the trade itself. But the signs point to a very real possibility that Dallas is willing to go all in. If they do, fans should prepare for a roller coaster ride of excitement, as a defense that was already formidable becomes downright terrifying. The potential for a deep playoff run, perhaps even returning to the Super Bowl, becomes even more realistic with Hutchinson's addition. It's a move that could define the Cowboys' season and maybe even their legacy for years to come. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.